Okay, speakers, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and let's get started. Hey everyone, of course, this is just being me coming to you with another video. Now, of course, as you can see on the thumbnail, we're going to get into those court documents that was released here on today. We're going to give our opinion on it. We're going to kind of go over some things and break it all down. Now, of course, before we get into the root of everything, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and go ahead and turn on those notification bells. So, of course, you'll be notified whenever another video is uploaded. Now, earlier this week, I did drop a video kind of giving my take on the upcoming season. Thus far, it does seem like it's going to be quite interesting. And it looks like it's, heating up a little bit more. So we're going to deep dive into it. Now, I'm not sure if you remember, but a couple of months ago, I released a video kind of going over some of the same things that we're reading here today, or we're going to go over today in reference to court documents and some requests that Martell had. And I gave my opinion on that. It was a really, really good video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link that'll take you directly to that video. So once you finish watching this one, you can always refer back to that one, because a lot of the information that we're going to go over today, we kind of discussed it a couple of months ago, but we're going to go back and run right through it yet again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read over some of the documents, of course, just in case no one has actually heard them. I'm going to kind of skip around some parts. This is kind of, to me, in my opinion, is kind of a uncomfortable conversation, because, of course, whenever there's children involved, I normally don't like to go there, but we're going to deep dive into it, because from what it is, it looked like to me, being that, okay, all of this is being revealed when it has been revealed, even with the situation with the DV situation, I think all of that we're going to see on this upcoming season. So we're going to kind of break it down and get into it. Now, of course, everything on this channel is in my opinion. And also I have my disclaimer scrolling at the bottom for the copyright disclaimer. Everything is basically for entertainment purposes and fair use. Now, I did go and I did pull those documents, so I'm gonna kind of go over those with you. I'll stop in between to kind of elaborate. That way I'll be able to hit all points. If by any chance my video is kind of choppy, I do apologize. The weather is kind of getting bad here, so hopefully we can make it through it without no interruptions. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I chose not to actually upload and put the documents on screen because, again, it has a lot of information, personal information, and I don't choose to do that. I feel like that's kind of like a doxing situation. So, for me, I don't want to do that. But anywho, getting right into it, it goes on to say that subsequently on January 22nd, 2022, the defendant father filed a petition to modify custody and hold the plaintiff in contempt by and through his attorney, Michael C. Lampert, Esquire. The plaintiff/mother filed a response and counterclaim and petition to modify the custody and to hold the defendant petitioner in contempt on May 25th, 2022 by and through her attorney on record, Caleb Bulow, which resulted in the order from this honorable court on September 6, 2022. They are actually says, please see attached Exhibit B in order. And this first claim goes on to say both parents shall say, because now this was actually something that was kind of created and documented during their divorce decree. The final judgment of divorce provides the following: both parents shall encourage the minor children to love, respect, and honor the other parent. Neither of them shall alienate or attempt to alienate or diminish the affection of the minor children. for the other parent, or disparage or allow others to disparage the other parent to or in the presence of the minor children. The parties understand and agree that the designation of the father and the mother or similar designation shall refer to each of them only and not a third party. Pretty much kind of breaking that down is saying that under no circumstance should the children call someone else mom or dad. So that's pretty much what that is indicating. It goes on to say the court expects children to be insulated to the fullest extent possible from the conflict between the parents, or be isolated, to the fullest extent possible from the conflict of both between the parents. They should not be made to be confident of a parent and should be encouraged to love, honor, and respect both parents and their respective families. Parents should act accordingly in the presence of the children. In the event a child testifies in court, a parent shall not question or discuss that the child's testimony with the child, nor discuss the case with the child. Then it goes on to say, the order provides the following. Paragraph 2. There should be no public display of any sort regarding the minor children pending custody issues, counseling, or any other matters related to the pending case. Paragraph 3 goes on to say there should be no corporal punishment administered to the children for the father's edification. Corporal punishment shall include spanking, slapping, pinching, pulling, twisting, hitting with an object, or forcing a child to consume any unpleasant substance such as soap, hot sauce, etc. Now I'm gonna stop right there. Now, in my previous video, which again I said I would link actually down in the comments, it stated on previous court documents that Martell wanted to kind of do a little bargaining in court, because it came about that the M&M kids could not be on social media. They couldn't appear on the show. And he was saying that he would bend that and allow them to be on the show and, be a part of social media if he was able to practice corporal punishment with his children. And on that video, I had to ask the question, are you okay? Now don't get me wrong, discipline a child, that's pretty much left up to the parents' discretion. But when you get to hollering, pinching, hitting with objects, forcing a child to consume unpleasant substance such as soap and hot sauce and all of that, that's no longer discipline. That's no longer, in my opinion, that's no longer being a responsible parent. You really teetering on more of an abuser, in my opinion. Now, I mean, I don't know, you were quite bold to stand up in court and even say that. So you mean to tell me that you wouldn't have a problem with your children being on social media or being on the show in the event that if you felt the need to go over there and slap them in the mouth, you could do that? Or if you felt the need that they need to have some soap for the day in their mouth because they may have said something that wasn't to your liking, you felt that would be okay? That there should have been a red flag right there. Melody shouldn't have had to ask that you go to counseling, because that should have already been ding, ding, ding already, because that was one red flag out of the many that you've showed that you are unstable, in my opinion. But we'll keep going. Paragraph 4 says, therefore, the father shall begin counseling no later than September 20th, 2022, and should comply with the counselor's recommendation. We all know, and we have, heard, and it played out, that he wasn't with it. He wasn't going. He didn't feel that he needed it, and he wasn't going. And we hear, just recently when they went back to court, that's when the alleged he was supposed to have been in the Lulu home and all of that. It was a question of whether or not the reason that he may or may not have done that or played that part was because he wasn't ready, because maybe he hadn't attended those counseling sessions. We did later find out that that was untrue. However, the court date was pushed back yet again. So again, was it a situation where you weren't prepared, or a situation where you still haven't complied with the order? And I don't understand. And like I've said previously, who is the judge in charge? Because she seems to give you a lot of leeway when it comes to this. And to me, with situations especially involving the welfare of children, you would think that the courts would take it a little more serious. We see and we read and hear about so many things going on in the world. And I'm not saying that, he would do anything, of that nature to his children, but certain things should not be ignored or pushed under the rug because we see so much playing out. But anywho, we'll keep going. Paragraph 5 says, the father shall also take immediate steps to enroll in and complete a parenting class. Since the entry of the final judgment of divorce in September 6, 2022 order, the father has willingly violated the above provisions by allowing his premier to make disparaging remarks about the mother. The father has shown the minor children videos of their mother on dates with other men, making inappropriate comments about the video to minor children. The father continues to basically give information to bloggers concerning the previous custody case, therefore placing the minor children in the middle of the parties' disputes and litigations. The father continues to use corporal punishment that is excessive and abusive towards the minor children, including but not limited to choking, grabbing, punching the minor son, hitting all children, pulling and twisting them. The father has refused to follow the court order as he has stopped therapy between him and his son. Now, if that's not disturbing, I don't know what disturbing is. And at this point, I have to question the judicial system in Huntsville, because you mean to tell me he don't want them on social media and he don't want them a part of the show, which we all know that would have afforded them opportunities. He had a child that was a face of a brand, and he didn't want that to better the future for his children, but yet and still you will sit up there and feed your children disgusting information about their mother, which is against the order. Then you still sitting up here talking, and you have a way of getting your side out. It might not be often, but when you come, you come. We all seen you sit down with Tasha K, which is another thing that 9 times out of 10 is going to play out on the upcoming season. As well as the most disgusting part of all of this is they know, because it's saying knowingly, corporal punishment, excessive and abusive towards the children, including but not limited to choking, grabbing, punching minor son. Now, if that is not abuse, what is abuse? I thought that was a crime. Help me understand. Make it make sense to me as to why we still here? Why are we still having to question these things? I'm not sure. But we're going to carry on. The father's actions are contemptuous in nature and should be punished accordingly. It is clear by the father's action that he has no intentions on complying with any of the orders of the honorable court, and the mother requests that the father be found in civil and criminal contempt for said willingly disregard of the court's previous orders, or in the alternative, that this matter be set for hearing, and the father be ordered to appear and show cause why he should not be held in civil and criminal contempt of court for his violations of the court order as referenced above. The mother has incurred attorney fees, costs in pleading and proof of this petition for the rule, and would request that the father be ordered to pay the same. It goes on to say that in the petition for the modification, it says, comes now the mother Melody Cherie Rogers, her attorney, I'm sorry, let me start over with that. It comes now the mother Melody Cherie Rogers, previously named Holt, hereafter referred to as mother by through his attorney of record, Kimtisha Matthews, and having filed in petition for the rule, states that following separately and severely in support of the petition for modification against the defendant Martell L. Holt, herein therefore is referred to as the father. The mother realleges paragraphs 1 through 6 as if it sets out here in full. That since entry of the final judgment of divorce and the subsequent modification order, there have been material changes in the circumstances that is subsequential and warrant a modification of legal custody of the children and a visitation schedule set forth for the father. It says basically the parental designation. The parents agree that they shall continue to discuss matters which pertain to the welfare and the best interests of the children. In the event that they are unable to agree on any matters, the mother shall be designated as a possessing primary authority and responsibility regarding medical decisions, religion, and involvement in the minor children in cultural activities. The father shall be designated as a possessing primary authority and responsibility regarding educational decisions and involvement of the children in extracurricular activities, athletics, and civil activities. Notwithstanding those designations or alienations, the parties agree that the children shall attend private school unless they mutually agree otherwise in writing. Since the entry of the final judgment of the divorce, the father has exhibited behavior that has been neglect and unstable. He has shown a lack of proper parenting when it comes to the care of his minor children during his custodial times, and the father continues to cause mental and emotional abuse of the minor children. Such behavior by the father has caused the mother to have concerns for the children's health and well-being. The father has moved multiple times in a short period of time and now want to uproot the children from the school system the parties agreed for them to attend so that his children can attend his new school district. Moreover, the father continues to make threats to the children, such as he will knock them out or directing abusive language toward them with the intent of alarming the minor children and causing mental and emotional injury to them. Let's see. It goes on to say the father continues to incorporate corporal punishment on the minor children that only wants to see their father if he stopped hitting them. So pretty much this is saying also that the children have addressed their concerns and saying they don't even want to be around him. Unless he agreed to stop hitting them, they don't want to go. The father does not provide adequate care for the children during the custodial periods. The father has asked the mother to deliver food to his house while the minor children was there. The father does not take pride in the minor children's appearance in public. More specifically, he refuses to comb or brush his daughter's hair. This is sad. That the father is constantly has the children around the coleslaw, pretty much, who has threatened the mother and allows her daughter to bully and taunt the minor children of the father. The mother feels fears that continued contact between the children and the father, mistress or whatever, in my opinion, will cause confusion and emotional distress for the minor children. Additionally, the father's was an issue during the divorce, and the mother avers that she is concerned for the children more's well-being while in the father's care. The mother is concerned about the mental stability of the father as he continues to locate, violate previous court orders. In addition, threatened to distribute a sex tape that the parties created during marriage. That the mother is in the best interest of the minor children for her to have sole custody. Further, the mother feels that the safety and the welfare of the minor children, as in the best interest of the minor children, for the father's visitation to be restricted to daytime visits only with no overnight visitation until such time as the father enrolls in therapy and anger management. The modification order entered February 28, 2023, provides the following. The minor children shall not participate or be filmed for television or any other social media platforms without leave of court or until the children reach an age of majority. That since the entry of the final document of the divorce and the subsequent modification order, there will be material changes in circumstances that are substantial and warrant a modification of the restriction of the children being on social media and being filmed. Since said order, the mother has not been able to share memorable moments and milestones with the vast majority of the family and friends, such as Mother's Day photos. Pretty much that was it. Now I'm going to scroll on and go on back up here to where it is saying that pretty much Ariane allows her daughter to bully the Eminem kids. I'm going to say allege, but it's in black and white. That's what it said. Clearly, the children have went and expressed their concerns to Melody what is going on when they are visiting their father. I don't know if I can even express how disgusting this is. That you have so much hate for this woman that you would allow your child to be ugly and bully her children. And then if Melody is aware of this, Martell is aware of this. But yet still you've ignored it because clearly, whether you and Ariane are together, you've been chummy since this document came out. So you are well aware that Ariane allows her child to pick on your kids. And you're okay with that? You continue to give me a second, y'all. I have to get my words together because it's upsetting me. You continue to issue corporal punishment to your children for whatever reason, although it's a court order for you not to do that. Yeah, you continue to, I'm assuming, strike them. However, I'm it's to the point that they don't even want to be around you unless you agree not to do that. Let me just say this. At this point, I don't know what judge sat up here, read this, and didn't dig deeper and at least try to fully go in deeper, investigate this. Let's get this, because this is very alarming to anyone that's reading this report. It is clear as day that the children are being mistreated when they're in his care. And that's not okay. But trust and believe, the older they get, he better hope they don't grow up not liking him. Children don't forget. The things that you allow, because I'm pretty sure if Ariana is allowing her daughter to bully and do all these things, she can't be too nice either. You think your children is not going to remember that? On top of the fact, it's totally disrespectful to have your children around someone that has threatened your ex, their mother. This lady was the force behind the demise of your marriage, which in turn affected your children in a negative way. So I'm not understanding, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we trying to see now? What are we trying to? It's clear he don't want help, because when you dealing with a narcissistic person, they don't want help. They don't need help, in their opinion, because they haven't done nothing wrong. Everything that they're doing is okay. Just hence the reason he felt that it was okay for him to say how he want to provide corporal punishment to his children. It's okay that he can sit up here and say, I don't want my children on social media, or I don't want them on television. But, he felt that was okay. He is so into himself, he can't even see when he making an ass of himself. But I'm still just at all with whoever in the hell sat up here, hit the gavel, and let this ride. Because here we in 2024, and they still going to court behind this same stuff. That's weird. That's weird. These are things that you normally would see or say CPS would get involved. Let's talk about it. Somehow, some way, this man is able to maneuver and wiggle his way through this. So he think, because God don't sleep. Hence the reason maybe why he keep hitting all these brick walls. And let's just go ahead and break it down, because here go these court documents that then got revealed today have went viral. Not to mention, a lot of that was said in these documents was released a few months ago. Again, I'm gonna put the link in the description for you to click on my previous video where we talked about similar documents. So at this point, OWN should be aware of it. Carlos definitely should be aware of it, because if he know everybody else's business, I know you know Martell's business. And you getting still, you allow him on this show. That says a lot about you as a person. It says a lot about you as a person that you will go along and you'll continue to support a man that has done such foolishness, not only to his ex-wife, but we're reading about things and chaos that he's caused to his own children. So where is this okay? Why is this okay? Why is this being ignored by the judicial system? Why is this being ignored? I need somebody to help me understand, what are we still going to court for? What is the deal? And why does the court keep getting pushed back? Like, I'm not understanding. You've given this man so many opportunities to go and get help, yet he still chooses to do what he want to do. So when do you step in and say, okay, enough is enough, we drawing the line right here? Yeah. I again, I have to ask the question, Martell, are you okay? Well, which we know you're not okay. We know you're not okay. You basically crashing out before our eyes, and you don't even know it. You don't even see it. And now here it is. You're around here, you're posting Miss Holt under Sheree's pictures and this, that, and the other. I would have to say she would be a damn fool to get twisted and tangled up with you. She would have to be crazy to get twisted up and entangled with you, unless she gonna use you as a storyline for their upcoming season. I mean, I don't know. You know, Sheree got to keep motion as well, so maybe this is something that's beneficial to her to go along with it. But I just can't see nobody in their right mind that would really want to be affiliated with this man, because I just want to know who think that they're special enough that he won't do the same thing that he did to Melody. What makes you special that when things don't go his way, the first thing he'll think to do is come to social media and do all the things that he's done to Melody? How do you know that he won't sit up here and try to taint your image and your character? If anybody could, I am a firm believer. If you can sit up here and not treat your children accordingly, you can't treat nobody accordingly. Excuse me. Because your children, it should be no deeper love than that. So if you doing this to them, what will you do to the next person? And I'm just wondering, does Knox receive the same treatment, or is it a little different? Because is it because you don't care for Melody and you feel some type of way about their mother, do you tend maybe to take it out on the kids? It's just a question. I don't know. I'm just, I'm just reading the documents, and trying to make sense of it. But y'all, that was all I had. Didn't want to make the video too long. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know, what do you think and how do you feel? Again, this video really was, triggering, because anytime you have children involved and it's something of this nature, it's not a really sexy subject. It's not, nothing that I like to deep and dive into, because you don't want the children to look back and see all of this. But it's out here. A lot of it is going to play out on television, because 9 times out of 10, Carlos is going to use this as a storyline, because it's all about views for him. Not thinking or taking in consideration, these are children. How is it going to affect them? That should be the number one priority for everybody. The well-being of these children, the mental stability of these children. Because one thing about it, what he's taking the mother through, they're going through as well, because they're a part of her. Even though she will try to shield them and protect them from this, that, and the other, they're not blind nor deaf. Social media is undefeated. You could put the parental locks, you could do everything you possibly can. Social media is undefeated. And we all know that. So that was all I had. I was going to go over some things that I read on Urban Bell, because she normally have really good stories, but this is kind of, got me feeling a kind of way. And again, I didn't want to make the video too long. But anywho, go ahead and like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We will be covering everything Love and Marriage Huntsville, as well as the upcoming season, as well as I think I am going to incorporate some other shows. You can leave down in the comments as well if you would like for me to review any other shows. But I am just patiently waiting for the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Again, I will link the I will post the link for that previous video where I said that I discussed the the documents that are similar to these documents. We kind of discussed that, previously a couple of months ago. So that's all I had. Love each and every one of you. Have a good night and goodbye until next time.